Welcome back to more Shadowheart's Koudelka. After putting Charlotte's soul to rest, it's time to continue our own adventure.
So this is Elaine.
Yes. She's the one I had the psychic vision of. Do you doubt it?
No, indeed.
Good. Let's begin.
It has been a long time indeed, Mr. O'Flaherty.
Oh, Elaine, is that really you?
Yes, it is. It is such a pity that we meet again, and I can only present myself to you in this form. This is the woman that responded to my voice, is it not? Thank you for doing this for someone like myself.
Elaine, I haven't yet come to terms. Please tell me how this happened to you.
Of course I will explain. James, 18 years ago, I was murdered by some thieves that broke into my home. I was helpless. Both Patrick and Ogden were out on business. There was nothing that anyone could do.
I will not accept this. This should not have happened.
Yes, Patrick responded the same exact way. He could not accept my death. He spent years and years perfecting his craft in wizardry and tried everything in his power to bring me back to life.
Resurrecting the dead? Is this for real? Hey, we're not talking about Frankenstein here.
Frankenstein?
That novel written about 100 years ago?
He was taking it very seriously. And he had found the key to actually make it happen.
The immigrant document.
Yes. With Ogden's assistance and the powers from ancient druids, he held a resurrection ceremony in this monastery.
But something went wrong, didn't it?
He only resurrected my physical body. As you can see, my soul is still doomed to roaming the universe, forever separated from my body. And the terrifying thing is that my body was resurrected as a heartless monster.
Monster.
Although the monster may look like me, it is not me. Mr. O'Flaherty, please turn my body into ashes with your power.
Ashes? But if I do that, we won't be able to bring you back to life.
Mr. O'Flaherty, I was robbed of my life by those thieves, and I could hate them as mortal enemies. Choose to think that my death was preordained by the Lord. Please, do not mourn my death. It was wrong for Patrick to try to resurrect me, to undo the work of God. Please, do not be sad. Death is at the heart of God's reasoning. I urge you to destroy my body. Its existence defies the wise providence of heaven. It mustn't exist in this world.
Wait! Elaine! God! Curse! What a cruel world! I gave everything for your happiness, and now what am I left with? I have no meaning in my life. Damn it! What have I been doing with my life? Elaine! Elaine!
Ada! It is funny to me the way she says James's name. Reminds me a lot of the way Maria Mary would say James's name in Silent Hill 2. Even kind of a similar inflection. So I'm going to assume that her spirit is back from the dead because somebody raised her body. But of course, they're separate beings, which is pretty messed up. It's also pretty messed up to try to resurrect somebody when you don't know what actually happened to them after they died. That is a clue to a puzzle we will get later. So how y'all been? How y'all doing? I hope everything is going all right for you, wherever you are or whatever is going on in your life. I'm doing all right. It's a Sunday morning. This is a short week for me, and I get a 4-day weekend next weekend. Excellent. We can always use more ammo, except guns don't really do much. And in here is the other item I was telling you about, which we will get after we dispatch these foes. Haha! Victorious! Well, over one of them anyways. Now it's time for the other one to die. Haha! Victory is mine! So I talked about an item that I didn't realize my inventory was full when I picked up. This is that item. I went back and replayed a few things just to make the video go a little better, so I dubbed that in instead of having to go back and dub it in later on. So if you check this scale, this will give us a hint to the puzzle that we need to solve. We get Koudelka's weight, and there's another number we've got to add to Koudelka's weight to get that number. Which is different. Not too bad of a puzzle. And now I am going to show off this document in case you are interested in reading it. As if we have not had enough reading in this game already. Although in fairness, there have not actually been that many documents. Now, some of the documents we've got have been incredibly long, but we haven't had very many of them. I would prefer more documents that are shorter rather than documents as long as the ones we're getting, but I'm not going to complain about a 20-year-old game. Any more than I already have. Especially one that I like. So James was saying that he has no meaning in life. And I talked about this a couple videos back. You should not make a person your reason to exist. Maybe if you're a parent, while they're a child, raising them can be your reason to live. But beyond that, and yes, I'm getting a little preachy, and here's that puzzle I was talking about before. We need to put in 25. You gotta have something for yourself to make you want to live. Don't make another person your reason to live. It's just not worth it. And you're not going to have a happy life because as people, we are all flawed creatures. And we are going to let our loved ones down. I've done it. You've done it. Everybody does it. At least we're getting a variety of spells this video. So far I've used 3 of the 4 already. So that's just my own pearls of wisdom for the video. Trying to educate as well as entertain. That's not to say that people shouldn't be important to you. It's just they shouldn't be your only reason to live. Except, like I said, maybe if you've got a kid. I ditched the other 2 shotguns I picked up because that's the shotgun I'm going to go with. I'm going to give that to James at some point. I think just for the final boss, which I won't really use. Although I feel like I did use it sometimes. I'm just showing this off. This door's locked. We will be coming back here once we figure out how to open it. But that shotgun is a significant upgrade. So we definitely want that. Not that James is really going to be attacking all that much. But it's nice to have in case he runs out of magic. Although I do focus on increasing his piety a lot more so that he does have more of a magic pool from which to draw from. Haha! Ain't nobody gonna stop us now. Ain't nobody gonna hold us down. Oh no, we are gonna keep on moving. Oh yeah. So I'm not sure if it shows, but that beaker or whatever it was is going to show in any of those scenes when we walk past that, because in this recording I hadn't picked it up yet. Now we need to go back and talk to Mr. Bacon. Now I could go for some bacon. I'm hungry.
I know it's here. I saw it here. I put it here. What? Have you come round to see me again?
I want you to look at this.
Research journals.
I want you to tell us whether what's written there can actually happen or not.
Well, let me see. Yes, I see. Oh, that's right. Resurrecting the dead. Ooh, a cauldron. The Branwyn tales, indeed. Yes. It is most likely that the events detailed here did take place.
Just as I thought. But that's so frightening that
Personally, I have not attempted it. I am certain that the Immigrant document contained accounts of secret rituals conducted to resurrect the dead. But as you can tell from reading this, it involves complicated preparatory work. I had given up discerning the impossibility of using the psychic powers necessary to create such an immense psychic platform. Moreover, I never expected that people would attempt to challenge such a feat.
The journals say that the physical body was resurrected, but not the soul.
Absolutely. The ancients held the secret to life in the palm of their hands. But they could never come close to touching the secrets of the soul. They resurrected the dead in order to use their physical bodies as a workforce, thus building the great civilization we oftentimes speak of. In fact, we would not be far off if we called them puppeteers. Exploiting the human body as an object.
if so, then wouldn't
Yes, resurrecting the dead and restoring them to life as it was before death is impossible.
Then how do you return the resurrected body once again to Earth?
That is a very complicated question, since it already defies universal logic.
Please.
It is no easy task.
Tell me how. It's Woody Lane, God rest her soul, wanted.
Right. It is not absolutely impossible, but I would need to call forth the sacred powers in order to complete such a feat. Oh, yes. I know that the arm of Daniel Scotius, the man who built this monastery, is stored in a stone statue on the ground. If we throw that into a cauldron, we will successfully destroy the roots of the tree of life. Oh, after that, I haven't a clue whether to call forth the energies of fire or entrust the task to water. It is so complicated.
Fire. Or water.
What are we going to do?
Oh, Heavenly Father, bless our souls and bring forth an end to this suffering. Oh.
What a strange dude. I know he shows up in the first Shadow Hearts game. I'm not sure if he's in any other ones. I think he might be, but I'm not sure. Probably voice acted by somebody different, unfortunately. I tried looking up some of these voice actors on IMDb, and unfortunately, they didn't have very many jobs to their credit. Which is a shame because they all do a pretty solid job in this game. That is pretty messed up. I started to talk about that earlier. I'm guessing Elaine's soul was ripped from whatever afterlife she was in whenever this ritual went down. She mentioned that she's doomed to walk the earth, separated from her body. And that's pretty messed up of Patrick, considering he doesn't know what she's dealing with in an afterlife. She might be in heaven. And if she's in heaven, then that's pretty damn selfish to rip her from that just because he misses her. There we go, each spell got used in this video. Huzzah! Variety! It's kind of weird how something seemingly noble in caring for somebody can be turned selfish. It's one thing to care about somebody, it's another thing to keep them in your life if doing so is bad for them. Which, in this case, it would be. Either way, we press on. And I believe we now have the means to unlock that gate I showed earlier. If we don't encounter more enemies. Holy shit, we didn't encounter enemies there. I'm actually surprised, and I played this. And edited it. So there's a few things we still have to do. There's a puzzle over here. I think it's the first and fourth statues you turn. Huzzah! Success! Only took me several tries to get. But that's okay. Should have looked up a guide! Oh, you enemies, and you're showing up trying to get in my way. All you're doing is adding to my experience. Helping me level up. Which is great because there are some bosses that it will be nice to be over-leveled for. I don't know if her spirit was brought out of the afterlife or not. That's just my guess. Otherwise, it would kind of suck if she died and her spirit was roaming the earth anyways, for no particular reason. And it's weird, I'm not 100% sure on this, but in the quote-unquote good ending, I think her soul goes to hell. So that's not great. So we're not going for that ending. We're going for the canon ending. I might be willing to show off the alternate ending. I'm not sure. It would be an extra video to have to put together, but it wouldn't take too much effort to do. So we picked up a tinderbox earlier. This is what you can use it for. I thought about cutting this just because this doesn't really serve a purpose. But it's another area to show, and it's something I found, so I figured I might as well. In doing this, we get a sword. It's apparently really good, except it won't kill an enemy. I think it will take them down to 1 HP, but it won't kill them. Kind of like that sword that Rikimaru gets in Wrath of Heaven, in that creepy graveyard level. You can go check that passage to the left. You'll just see there's a locked door and it's blocked off by different things. So let's not worry about that. I'll say this for that level in Tenchu. It had really good atmosphere and really creepy music. There's somebody who used to comment on some of my videos a long time ago who mentioned that level scared the shit out of her. And I don't really blame her. I'm kind of immune to such things. I'm scared more by real life things than supernatural type stuff that I don't believe in. But, you know, I still can't blame her. It was a really good, dark, creepy atmosphere in that level. Alright, this boss. It has a move that it does where if you attack it while it does that, it will regenerate. I assume it's more our attacks, instead of damaging it, regenerate it. You'll see that a couple of times. I get so frustrated with this boss. After I complete a successful attack, I save state after a while, just because I don't want to redo everything I've done already. So it's not really a difficult boss fight, it's just annoying. And I can't really see when it's doing what it's doing to regenerate, to know to wait instead of attacking it. So not a fun fight. Probably the worst boss in the game, actually. Again, it's not awful, but that is an annoying mechanic. I could see where certain spells would regenerate it. But I don't like it performing a move where no matter what you do, if you attack it, it regenerates. But then again, I'm complaining about that as a blind person. I'm sure if you know what it's doing and can see when it's doing that move, then it's not a problem. It just is for me because I can't. And I can't even record this while talking to and streaming on Discord for the game's librarian, so he can tell me when it's doing that move, because the recording would pick up his audio, and my commentary is on post, so that wouldn't work out too well. I'm getting so used to save states in these games that I'm playing that I don't know if I can go back to not having a save state option. I'll have to at some point, because I'm not going to play every game on an emulator. Yeah, that regenerated it. But it will be a tough adjustment going back to a game without save states. It's so handy having them. And I don't feel bad about using them either. Although it is sad that the gaming community, which I'm not a part of by the way, can be so damn judgmental of each other. You would think they would come together in their mutual appreciation for a game and just accept that different people play games for different reasons or different ways to find enjoyment out of them. Which is why I wish games came with built-in cheats if you want them. One of the next games I want to play actually has built-in cheats. They go out of their way to try to encourage you to not use them, but I think they realized, or maybe it was added later on, I think I have a special edition of this game. They must have realized that the game was kind of imbalanced and kind of too difficult when they threw those in there. But they go out of their way to give you menus encouraging you to not use them. I tried the game legit on PS4. I have it on Steam now, which is where I got the special edition, which should have the Alan Wake DLC, which should be cool. And another game I need to play is Alan Wake. But it has built-in cheats, and I'm going to be doing that game at some point. Not sure when. I do need to get back to Mass Effect. Then again, that LP wasn't intended to be posted. It's just I went through a rut where I had no desire to make videos, so I ran out of videos. Thank God for save states, or this would be a lot more difficult. Motherfucker, I just want to use the fountain. I feel like the monolith spell is the best one to use here, but I'm not sure. I did start researching the bosses around this point, so that I had some idea of what magic to use against which boss. So that it would seem a little bit more like I know what I'm doing throughout this playthrough. Not that I think anybody's going to watch this playthrough for a walkthrough, but if somebody is and there's something they're not clear of, feel free to post a comment and ask me, and I will try to answer as best I can. Although if you ask me a question years after this video publishes, don't be surprised if I've forgotten how to play this game.
This must be the temple.
There's no way! If I put a bullet through it, it wouldn't budge. What are we gonna do?
How ironic to have made it this far and not have access to the temple.
Koudelka, Edward, you both must go now. It is my friend that is apparently responsible for this disturbance, and therefore I am partially responsible for this trouble. I have no intention of asking for your sympathy, and I'm in no position to plead for your help. So from this point forward, I can manage on my own.
Don't kid yourself. We didn't come along just for your sake.
No, Koudelka, you should go back now. It'll be far too dangerous.
Edward, you're the one who should go home. You were not meant for this world. Granted, you are a good fighter, having had plenty of experience, and I won't deny the fact that you have the killer instinct either. But when all is said and done, you are an average Joe. I am not. I was meant to exist in this realm. It's the only place I can carve out an existence for myself.
Quit lecturing me! I want no part of a lukewarm existence filled with regret. No. My way is to not worry about consequences, and to do whatever it is I want to do. Chance means nothing to me. Life's a gamble, and once you place your bet, you'd better play to win, or else you end up dead.
Edward, you really are ridiculous.
That's what they tell me.
Do as you like.
That I will.
Oh, suddenly when you feel like it, you decide when you can and cannot open doors?
Wait, there's a way. Remember when we were searching Patrick's mansion? There was various chemicals around. It may take some time, but I think I can combine the chemicals to make nitroglycerin.
Nitroglycerin?
That's great! We're talking powerful explosives here.
For this door, I think we'll need a full flask. Indeed, if I drop the flask before I return, I'll be knocking on heaven's door in a flash.
I go, and it is done. The bell invites me.
Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or hell.
And we are now on disc 4, the final disc of this game, which will take us one video to complete. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all next time as we finish this lovely game.